Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming at you with another Hot Toys figure review. Today we're going to be looking at Thanos MMS number 479 from Avengers Infinity War. So we'll start off with the box, get into the accessories he comes with, and then to the figure himself. So I actually got this guy yesterday. Quite happy with this figure. I'll explain why later on. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, they have them on Sideshow right now with $40 off. I'm not sure how long that coupon will last for, but head over there as soon as you can and pick one up for yourself if you're looking for one. I highly recommend it. I really do like the detail in this one. I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can head over to Sideshow there. So we'll start off with the box here. So on the front, normally Hot Toys puts a picture of the figure. In this instance, they actually use the concept art for Thanos, which still looks good in my opinion. Kind of just wish it was the picture of the figure. So you got Thanos right on the front here, Avengers Infinity War in a nice gold lettering there. A nice big A here that's kind of embossed on there. And then Thanos, 1/6 scale collectible figure. On the side here, you got Thanos' gauntlet, the rest of his gauntlet from the front, saying Thanos, all of his Infinity Stones, and a gold A. On the back here, we got the warning labels, notices, all that fun stuff, copyright things, just more about the figure itself. Then down in this corner, you got a nice little emblem for the Infinity Gauntlet. On this side here, you got the gold A, Thanos, same emblem here, just for the Infinity Gauntlet. So then I'm just going to pull this out of the frame here and I'll show you what's underneath. So it's one of those sleeves that you slide off. And then this is what it would look like. Obviously the figure is not in there. So on the side, you got the emblem of the Infinity Gauntlet, the people that actually help make this happen, painters, photographers, all that fun stuff. On this side, the gold A that we saw before, and then on the top, you got Thanos, 1/6 scale collectible figure, MMS number 479. So that's the box. What we'll do is we'll get into the accessories next and then go on to the figure. Alright, so here are all the accessories he comes with. He doesn't come with a whole heck of a lot, but what he does come with, I appreciate that they added it. So we'll start with the one alternate base here. This is just the rocks and stuff from Titan. And then here's the actual base. I like the look of this and that they added this here. You got his gauntlet here, Avengers Infinity War, and then Avengers Infinity War Thanos. They didn't opt to put the silver plaque like they do on all the Star Wars figures and that, but it still looks good in my opinion. Then you got his little pole here to help him stand. Then we'll get into his hands here. So this is the first hand he comes with. And we'll see if my camera will focus on those. So, and this is the other hand he comes with. So he's got an open palm, partially closed palm, and then on the figure itself, he's got a closed fist. And I'll go through that when we get to the figure there. So here's his alternate head sculpt. In my opinion, this is the better out of the two. He's got a lot more expression and stuff on his face, but the detail in this is incredible. I think Hot Toys did a really good job capturing how he looks, and it looks really, really accurate in my opinion. So good look there. It's nice that they gave you two head sculpts. The other thing is his other alternate arm here. So this is in a fixed position. You can't bend it or anything. You can bend the fist back and forth if you want. But other than that, there's no real articulation. You can turn this, but that's mostly for turning the batteries on. So it does come with another open palm for the actual gauntlet, but that's on the figure right now, and I'll go through that afterwards. The gauntlets themselves have great detail. Actually, I feel like over the quarter scale, not the quarter scale, the smaller version of the life-sized gauntlet, this is actually more accurate than that piece actually was. And I don't understand why they couldn't just, take what they've done here and put it into that. But overall, I think this looks really good. We'll turn the lights on here. I'll have to turn my studio lights off in a second here. So we just take this off, then hit the on button, flip it back around. So you can see that Mind Stone right there is just super bright, but the other ones don't seem to be lit up at all. So as soon as I turn my lights off, that will change. So all of them light up, I think, fairly well, considering a lot of the videos I've watched just don't show how good they do light up, and it kind of looks disappointing. But when I got this figure and actually turned all the lights off and turned it on, it's definitely noticeable. Like, it will stand out in your cabinet if you have all the lights off. So the only unfortunate part is when you have all the lights on, it's not really worth turning them on. So we'll close that back up. And then the last piece is the backdrop here. So let me just tilt the camera back up here. So it's a backdrop of Titan when he's about to throw the planet on Tony Stark. Kind of wish the picture was a little sharper. I don't know why it's so blurry, but it's nice that they included it. It's just a little tall in my opinion. So it's measuring about 20 inches tall, which if you're trying to display it in a display cabinet, it's hard to do. Even in my display cabinet, I have quite a bit of room, and I got to figure out how I'm going to fit this in if I want to. So that's the only thing. They could have probably cut it down like an inch or two, and you probably could fit it in most cabinets, but otherwise it's just too big. So you have that option. It's nice that they included it. But right now, those are all the accessories he comes with. And we'll get back into the figure and take a look at him. All right, so here he is, Thanos. So this is the other head sculpt that he comes with. It still looks good in my opinion. I just like the other one myself. So like I was explaining earlier, the only complaint I have is this ball joint in here. It seems just very loose. Like, you barely have to touch it and it just falls right down. So I don't know if that's just mine or if that's on all of them. But that was my only complaint. Overall, a lot of detail in this. I like the detail that they've included in the boots. Just even on the gold paint up here, you got like a weathered effect on there, which is really good. And here's the back here. So this is like a rubberish material. It's not cloth or anything. His pants are cloth, and his boots are like the same rubbery material as this here. So this is the other gauntlet that they have. So you got the open face palm here. The only thing I think a lot of people wanted was to be able to make that snapping pose. You can kind of like get it to that point where he's about to snap, but still doesn't look the same because it only articulates in 2 points here. So here and here, they needed one more joint here, and I think it would have just been able to do it, but I don't know if Hot Toys just couldn't accomplish that or not. So this one lights up as well, and the open face palm, this one here, is interchangeable with the actual fist one just by popping it off here. And that's where the actual light is coming from, is just this LED on the front here. So you got this as an option, and then your fist as well. Just pop that back on. We'll turn that on quick so you can see it lights up just the same as the other one. So we'll turn that, and I'll turn my studio lights off again so you can see it. And that's it lit up. So it does look quite bright. Not as bright as the Mind Stone, but it lights up better than I thought it would. So I'm quite happy with that. So we'll turn my lights back on here. And that would be the gauntlet there. So in the instructions, he does articulate in the arms. Only complaint is it kind of looks like bent rubber. Doesn't really look natural. And in the instructions, it recommends to straighten it back out after a certain period of time because it can wear and start to crack in here. I've seen a few that said their paint was missing on the arms and stuff. Mine is not that way. I haven't had any issues from what I can see with the paint job on mine. I actually really think the paint job is quite good. His knees articulate with a ratchet joint, only about that much. His hips do as well, but they don't articulate back, and that's to protect the rubber piece back here. So his waist does articulate in a couple snaps here. Doesn't move that much, but a lot of articulation points on his legs, including his feet. His feet can actually articulate just slightly to the front, back, and side to side. His arms can come out. It's a ratchet joint as well, and turn all the way around there. So when you're going up like this, you gotta be careful because this is quite hard plastic on the top there, and it might just kind of scratch that paint off. So the gauntlet arm does bend as well, not as far as this one, but same thing on this. They don't want you to keep it bent for too long. They want you to straighten it out every once in a while. If you want to keep it bent, I recommend using the other arm there. So that's Thanos. If you like the videos and want them to continue, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll add one to the end of the video here. And check out my other videos, comment, like the videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.